Hello, this is Chaplain Victoria. I would like to introduce you the channel My Chaplain on this YouTube. This first series we focus on My Hospital Chaplain, and in this series we will cover many topics related to hospitalization and why you need spiritual care and what's the role of hospital chaplain when you stay in the hospital, companionship and compassionate presence from the chaplain, and also our active listening. We hope to hear from you, and we are there for you during the journey, during the time of your reflection, the time that you need somebody to be with you. And I'm so glad to be there, to be with your family and with you during the time of healing, the time of transition. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to explain to you the role of hospital chaplain. Chaplaincy service in the hospital is inside the Department of Spiritual Care, and I am a chaplain in the hospital over the past 10 years. Now, I want to introduce to you the role of the chaplain in the hospital, and that we have to explain to you why you need a chaplain when you're in the hospital. First of all, I would ask the question who chaplain is, and how can you or somebody to become a chaplain in the hospital or any other type of chaplain, because there's this various type of chaplain, and who also pay for the chaplain salary, because those is important thing, because as many of you know that chaplain is also a worker and it's a professional job at many other healthcare provider. So chaplain have to have at least a master's degree in divinity or theology or any other study field. I have a master's degree in education before I become a chaplain, but back there, like 12 years ago, they do not allow or take the master in education to train to become a chaplain. So somebody on the hospital told me that I need to have a chaplain in divinity in order for me to take the pastoral care education, with this clinical unit that you have to learn in the field, and you've been trained in the hospital setting. So before you become a chaplain in the hospital, so that is one of the requirements. You need to have to complete 2 units of clinical pastoral care, what we call CPE, and that is the clinical hour of more than 2,000 hours that you have to complete. When you complete those hours, you can apply to get the board certification. So you can have a BCC, or now they do have another service, that Association of Professional Chaplaincy. We do have a board that we want to, if we want to get the board certification. And you also can become a trainer. Now the chaplain have also been paid by some of the healthcare network or the hospital as depend, with some extra funding that been created or developed by the founder of the hospital or that healthcare network. Like for example, in Rhode Island, we will get paid by the New England Care Network. So chaplain is also that we'll run into the later on about how to advocate for the patient from the chaplain perspective, or from the patient will have concern about like whether if I get paid out or charged by the chaplain to my healthcare or my insurance or my Medicare. Chaplain don't charge patient or don't bill the patient right away, but the chaplain is just a part of the service that the hospital provided, and I don't know how they bill you guys, but that is what I know, where we get paid. Now, we also want to explain more in depth of like why you need chaplain. When you're in the hospital, you can be really like make some medical decision, but also because you have some time that you can have it on hand. So what you do is you can request chaplain, so that way somebody can be actively listening to your problem and pay attention, and also share with you about their compassionate presence. And even if you have a religion or not, we can be there to service you. And hospital chaplain is advocate for all type of religion. So we're not limited to only Christianity, but we open out to many other religions like Hindu, Judaism, and Buddhism, and other major religions. And we cannot hold judgment on anybody. So we have to provide service for all type of illnesses. For example, including HIV or AIDS. And many of you know that, and then even like it contagious disease, we have to wear our protection in order to enter the room. Right now, with the COVID, we still have to provide the service if the patient requests. And hospital chaplain must fulfill their ethical standard. This is important because they some are decision making about like body donation, and they withdraw at the end of life for the life support, and those things we have to abide by ethical standard, where we can join the committee and provide a education and an idea of like where you can make that decision on your own. And we last but not least, that hospital chaplain is available 24/7. Some hospitals do not have 24-hour full-time staff, but then they will have like from 5 p.m. to like 7 a.m. is on-call chaplain. And that is what my role is right now, because I am an on-call chaplain. I try to help out with the hospital, the local hospital that nearby my house, to cover for the full-time chaplain, because the budgets, they don't have enough coverage, and our work is more to provide a compassionate. Hopefully we will have more into the channel of My Chaplain, and especially this series we're talking about the hospital chaplain. So My Hospital Chaplain is the series, and please comment below your question, and if you would like to get contact with us. Thank you for zooming in, and also watch this video.